What up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. Welcome to another edition of Car Share Genius, where we talk about how to maximize your earnings on the platform known as Turo. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. So let's talk about it. A lot of people worry about the tariffs that's going to take place more likely here in the near future, that the president has dropped out and he's letting all the other countries know, if you want to play, you're going to have to pay tariffs because, the whole situation with tariff wars. Now, why is this being brought up on the car channel? Because of our imports. We get vehicles being worked on, shipped into the United States. So what it's going to lead to is that it may be an issue. It may be an issue taking place in the future with prices. Now, what does that mean as a owner on Turo? Well, if you plan to expand, and this is what I always tell people, don't finance your car starting off. I'm not saying you cannot finance. I recommend not financing. I financed my vehicles, but that was before I joined Turo. But after that, when I got on the platform, I bought my cars cash. Now, with that being said, with the tariffs, if prices go up on the vehicles, which they're already high right now, you're going to see people start leaning back towards used vehicles because they're already here. People can say there's a demand on used vehicles. Now, as a owner on platform called Turo, as a host, what I recommend for anyone who's looking to really do this is, first off, you need to check out my book right here, starting out on Turo. This is where I detail all these things about vehicles and about depreciation and whatnot. Going back to the subject, I will always look at the depreciation value of the vehicle that you're interested in. Look at what the vehicle can bring. What can you get by with? When I mean get by with, I'm talking about, hey, I know that my car is a 2012 or 2013. If I get a car that's going down that old, right? Not saying that you can't, because I have vehicles on there. I have a 2011 Dodge Charger, runs good, no issues because I keep it maintained. That would be the next question. If you're not the first owner of this vehicle because it's used, how many owners did it have? Did it get any serious accidents or anything like that that might hamper this car from performing the way you need it to? As you continue to do this, you need to be mindful of what's going on with your local area. Because yes, tariffs are going to take place. All this stuff is going to take place, and people are going to be like, wait a minute, I can't buy a car. I'm going to have to finance it, but I'm going to have to pay a high price. You have to look in the factor of this. There's pros and cons to everything. If you do finance a vehicle, how long would it take you to get a return on your investment? Are you in a market where you can rent a car up to $100 a day? If you're in a market you can only do $35 a day, I wouldn't advise that, because then basically you're just renting the car out so you can just get a free car note paid off. And that's why I have an issue with this. Another thing that I will say, guys, if you are going to get a car, regardless of what the tariff is, look at deals. Look at what's going on. Look at privately owned vehicles, because some folks don't want to have a vehicle. It may be that they might have got too old, or that they got a new vehicle and they just don't want this one. But be careful. I remember one time that I was flying into Charlotte and a person said they had a 2017 Toyota Corolla and they're only gonna sell it for $2,500. And I was like, wait a minute, why is that? Reason being, it was a scam. The person told me basically that they weren't gonna give it to their daughter. They were just gonna go ahead and buy a brand new car at the dealership, which common sense would be trade in the vehicle, lower the payment. I always think that. And they said, well, if you just give me a down payment of $500, I will let you get the car. Haven't seen the car, to seen a picture of a car, which anyone can grab a picture on the internet. So you gotta be mindful of that. If anyone tells you any of that stuff about you gotta give the money right away and you can't see the car, and you know you're in the area, meaning that I was actually in the area, then it's a scam. And basically they got in trouble and got kicked off of Facebook. So be mindful of that. You can also see vehicles on the marketplace. You can't go wrong with private owners, as far as if you got the right people with you, got the right equipment, Just find out if you can test the car. If they are like, well, I don't got no tag plate or this and that. Hey, I'm just taking it down the street. Like, you don't have a bunch of cops out here. And you can explain, hey, I'm just testing the car I'm about to buy. I think people can realize that. But when they give you hesitation, do not buy that car. Final note that I will say, because this is going to be a very short video, because I want to tell you about some very important things that's coming up. Hey guys, it's your boy Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. I want to talk to you for one moment. If you're new to the channel, I need your help. I need you to subscribe. The reason for that is that we bring dedicated programming to this channel for folks who are trying to learn how to scale their fleet correctly on the platform called Tariffs. It's imperative that you do that now. Is that when you are dealing with this tariff, right? Because I'm in Bahrain. I'm living in Bahrain, and I'm talking to the folks in the United States here. With this tariff, I don't think this is going to last a long time, because at the end of the day, people are still going to buy cars. I think it's going to be speculation, which it always takes place when people talk about, well, I'm going to put tariff on you, and people look at what's going to be hit. You just need to be able to have your money ready to go. And what's that mean? If you are a current owner, current host, you got some vehicles, you want to grow your fleet, or you want to take some of your cars off because they're getting older, getting harder to maintain, you're going to be in a mindset of, okay, this is what I want. I want to make this happen. I don't want that to happen. I want to make this happen. You have to have your money ready to go, or whatever means that you have to get the vehicle. Now, if you're smart like me, you want to get into a program, a course that can walk you through if you're new to it, even if you're seasonal. But the good news is, go here, get this book, starting out with Tariffs. This book is going to help you get yourself in that right line. It's going to get you in the right line. And I like saying line because, you know, sweet and sour, you'll be able to be taken care of. And also, I have a course here called Car Share Genius. Check this one out. I'm telling you, interactive course, 28 chapters. I'll walk you through A to Z, so you're maximizing your earnings. With my situation, I have cars being rented out 90% of the time. They're being rented out 90% of the time because it's how I book and the strategies that I use to make sure that I am on top in my area. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoy this. More to come to you. I plan to be dropping some more videos. I might be doing a webinar next month. I want to break some stuff down. I really want y'all to enjoy and learn and have questions. My question to you is, what are you going to do if this tariff comes to the United States? Are you just going to buckle down, or are you just going to go ahead with what I was saying, looking outside the dealership, looking to get private cars or whatnot? Let me know down below. Until then, guys, take care. See you around.